Hello, and welcome to Bipolar Thoughts. My name is Steven, and I'll be your host. Okay, so today I wanted to go. I was supposed to do like an end of year 2023 recap, but so much shit has gone on this year. It's not even funny. Like between deaths in the family and kid situations and school and moving and everything else that's been going on, it's been a hell of a year. I guess I'll kind of just give a quick end of the year recap kind of thing. I was supposed to start my ECT this week, actually. Tuesday was supposed to be my first treatment. But I felt like I was getting my ass ridden so much by so many people that I canceled it. It was just too much for me to have to try and deal with, like, all the people that wanted me to not deal with it. And then there was the fact that, like, I was going to lose my memory, and I had just made memories with my kids. And I didn't want to lose those. Golf has become like a huge thing for me and like a big outlet for me, and so I didn't want to forget how to swing a golf club. You know, there was a lot of different things that just kind of convinced me that it was in my best interest to not do the ECT. We are going to try and work on getting the TMS, which is a little bit different. Instead of like just putting you to sleep and shocking your brain, this one, they put electrodes all over your brain, and then they move electricity around basically in your brain, from what I understand. But it's like a 5-day process, like every day for 5 days for like a few weeks or something like that. It's real fucking intense. But I didn't even qualify for it at first. So now we're trying to push through and see if we can't get approved for it. It's kind of a shot in the dark. It's kind of a jump. Like, my PA said he's gonna push it through his like people above him or whatever, and see if he can't get it pushed through. Which would be great if he can, but if not, in the meantime, we've decided to kind of go a little bit more of an Eastern medicine route. My girlfriend's mom works for a Dallas college that does like a lot of acupuncture and things like that. So day before yesterday, Thursday, was my first acupuncture session ever. People always say that you're supposed to be like more relaxed and stuff after all that, but I didn't really notice a whole lot of difference, to be honest with you. And maybe that's like a thing where you have to do it like consistently or something. I don't know, but I just didn't feel like a lot changed. The thing that I liked the most about it was like the cupping part, because I felt like I've had some muscles and like underneath my shoulder that have just been like knotted up for years. Actually, like, it's been a problem for a long time, and like I feel like that cup section like just kind of sucked them back into place or whatever. But like it doesn't hurt anymore, and it's a little bit easier to move. And like I noticed I was swinging a golf club yesterday, and I noticed it was just a little bit easier for me to just kind of move, a little bit. So that was pretty cool. So the whole moving thing, there's a whole debacle with that. So what the whole thing was, we were supposed to move into this new apartment, but we were waiting on my refund check from school to come in. And last year it came in pretty early, like right around this time. But classes also started right around this time. So we got our refund like pretty early, but we also started classes a little bit earlier. So this one here is like tripping me out a little bit. I don't know if that's any better, but whatever. Um, but yeah, so the check didn't come, and so we weren't able to put down the money to move into the new apartment. And then we were like, okay, well, hopefully it'll come by like Tuesday or something, so we'll just push off the apartment until then. And that didn't happen because we called financial aid and they said that the checks won't even be dispersed until classes actually start, which doesn't make any sense to me because how the fuck am I supposed to order my school books if I don't have my money? Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess you take it out of my tuition and then just give me the refund after that. I don't know. For me, being a veteran, it's a little bit different. Just because of the program I'm in, I get vouchers for my books, so it's a little bit, and like the tuition part is a little bit weird because like they have to charge me the tuition, take it out of my financial aid, and then they have to send it to the VA. The VA has to pay them back, and it's just a whole thing. So anyway, we ended up not moving. We ended up coming back to this apartment, and we asked them, if we could, do like a 2-week lease thing, just in, because we were waiting on this money to come in, and we were just gonna move once the money came in. We were gonna move into the new place, but we weren't sure if they were gonna have anything available, so we just kind of said, "Fuck it, we'll just stay here." And it turns out it's only $30 or more a month to stay here anyway. So we just decided this is probably the best place for us. We did, however, move things around. Like I can't really tell. I doubt very much, but I moved to the master bedroom. A little bit bigger space. I get my own bathroom in here. That's kind of cool, I guess. So it makes it easier to take a shower and everything and do all my morning stuff without having to wake anybody up. So that was kind of cool. I do feel a little more cramped in here. Like I feel a little less open, and I think it's because my desk has to be a little bit further into the room. I mean, I'm sure I could move things around if I really wanted to, but I just kind of like where I am. I like the position of the desk. It's just a little too far forward. If I move it back any, I can't. I'm up against the wall and I can't get out of my chair. So, yeah, there's that. I did want to kind of cover like depression a little bit because that's the whole point of doing the TMS and the ECT and the acupuncture is that when you have bipolar, things can get kind of weird. Like, I kind of compare what's been going on with me lately to like a functioning alcoholic, which I was one for a very long time. So that's why I can make the comparison. I think I'm functionally depressed. I can still get through my day, and I can still do the things that I'm supposed to do, but I have no enjoyment in anything. I have no interest in anything. I'm tired as fuck constantly, like, but it's weird because like my body is so used to being up at a certain time and all these different things, and like my circadian rhythm is all fucked up, and I have sleep apnea, so that even with the machine, and the machine is even kind of more fucked because like it only, like, I can keep it on for about 3 or 4 hours, and then all of a sudden like the hose comes apart and then air comes shooting out, and then the next thing I know the dog is freaked out running out of the room. I'm awake, my girlfriend's awake, everybody's awake, and then so I just turned it off because trying to reconnect it and put it back on and recalibrate and do all that shit all it 11:30, 12 o'clock at night is kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. So I just eventually, once that happens, I just take it off, and then 2 hours later I'm awake. Like I've been awake since 1:30 and it's 5:30 now. And all I've done, I've done a lot too. Like I've hung a bunch of shit in my office and kind of rearranged a little bit, and I don't know, watched the news a little bit, watched a little Indiana Jones, You know, like, I mean, I don't know. Now I kind of feel like I'm rambling, but I don't know. I didn't want this episode to be like just strictly, hey, just the end of my year sucked. So I wanted this to be a little bit more positive, as like, let's end 2023 on a shitty note and start 2024 on a positive note. Let's see if we can do that. Let's see if we can find some way to make this year better than it was last year. I'm not entirely sure how to do that. I'm starting to work on things like setting goals for myself. Like, I've actually got some pretty lofty goals, and I say they're lofty just because like one of my goals is to win an amateur championship in golf. And for somebody who's 36 and who hasn't been playing, I mean, I didn't play for 20 plus years, and then I just started playing again a couple months ago. And you know, I mean, I've cut my strokes back. I'm down to like playing in the 80s and, you know, high 90s now, or low 90s now. But I mean, I know I'm a long way away from a championship, but I would like to at least compete in one and see where I can, you know, where I place. You know, I want it to be better physically, in better physical shape, and some other different things. Like, I have some goals, you know, they're not too lofty, but like setting goals is one of my big things this year. Setting intentions, like, and manifesting. Manifesting is something I'm not, like, a lot of people are big on that, and I'm not. It's not one of my things, because I don't understand it. I don't understand saying, okay, I call the universe to give me, you know, this. If it was just that easy, then I would just manifest $1 million and be fucking set, you know. And maybe that's how some people do it. I don't know, but I know for me, that's a hard concept to grasp. So, it's something I'm working on. If you have any tips or any kind of like guidance or anything that might be useful for not just for me, but for anybody else out there that might be listening, you know, put them in the comments. Put them, you know, send me an email, something. Let me know, and then, you know, I'll give you a shout out, and we'll make a list of you know, different tips and things that we can use, and like tools that we can use to make 2024 a little bit of a better year. Let's see if we can't strive to do that. And just remember, you don't have to sit in the dark alone.